I think, what all people in the world want: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. All people, whatever the color of their skin, whatever their religion, that's what they aspire to. That's what I sense. They speak a different language, but they accept me. They can sense if we are talking, if we are talking sense, if we are talking honest, or if we are giving them, bullshit. They are sense.
People outside the country believe that Indonesia has had actually a pretty good record over the last few years. Of course, they're not experiencing what's happening in the country. What they see is Indonesia taking a leading role in terms of the world, being involved in G20, for example. Tell us exactly what you mean by hijacking democracy.
Democracy is not just elections. Democracy is also political culture, fairness, transparency. We have many elections in which the voting list of voters are full of ghost voters. Basically, it's fraudulent voting lists. How can we have a real democracy with ghost voters? And the number is quite amazing, and even at present, we are now demanding an investigation and cleaning up of the voting list. Because how can we have elections with a fraudulent voting list? Names that come up maybe 30 times, the same name with different addresses. So this type of fraud is very prevalent. And the buying of votes, the buying of election officials is very prevalent. That's what I mean by the hijacking of democracy. So on the surface, it looks good, but in substance, a lot must be achieved. And the problem is, if our people in the end lose trust in government, lose trust in institutions, then I'm worried. I think there can be a real breakdown in the body politic, in our political life. Because history teaches us that if the people lose trust in the institutions, it's the beginning of breakdown, of a failed state. I once met a very wise and honest Indonesian political leader who's retired now, a very successful governor of one of our provinces. And he told me, Prabowo, the essence of leadership in government is very simple. Two things, he said. Love your people, use your common sense. So this is sort of guiding me, The myth of our people, the mythology, the legend is always yearning for the just leader. We call it in Indonesian Ratu Adil. Ratu is the prince, or the princess, or the queen, or the king. Adil is just. So we can translate it as the just leader. Mm-hmm. Our people want a just leader.
There have been some accusations against you about alleged abductions when you were at the top of the chain of command, for example, about atrocities that occurred in East Timor during the time when you were leading Kopassus. Can you explain those in the interests of this being the clean and honest leader that you mentioned?
Yes, when you serve as a soldier in the highest echelons, you will always be subject to accusations, charges, defamation of character. That's the risk of your profession. I think many top generals in the world have been accused of so many things. That's the risk that we take. That's why they give you a high rank, and that's why also sometimes you have to face very tough challenges, tough accusations. You will face these charges, but most of these charges, nearly all are defamation of character. They are designed to destroy my integrity. And you know, this is my third general election. So every time my support goes up, accusations start coming. But the Indonesian people, they are not that stupid, you know. That's why I'm getting a strong support now.
So do you deny those accusations outright?
Of course, I've denied many times. On record, I've been accused of planning a coup d'etat.
This was during the time of...
98, yeah.
Yes, Suharto.
Yeah, planning a coup d'etat, but did I carry out coup d'etat? You know, so history is my witness. You know, so I think my track record speaks for itself. I think in the end, it's going to be the will of the people. And you know, I'm at peace with myself in the sense that whatever the Indonesian people want, I will respect. Whoever they choose, I will respect. The important thing is, we must not cheat the people. That is the most important thing for me.